What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. I know it's been about a minute. My bad on that. It has been a few weeks since I've posted anything I've been wanting to, but just, you know, life gets in the way sometimes, and but you know, it's a good thing though. Yeah, I was just distracted with other stuff. I guess the most dominant situation that I've been through lately was that I had a very bad toothache. I had to get a tooth extraction. I was on pain medicine for, you know, a good week. So yeah, that sucks. So if you've ever had to have a tooth pulled, you know what I'm talking about. It was pretty crazy, but anyway, I'm feeling a lot better now. Family's good. I hope everybody watching, I hope y'all are doing good. Happy Thanksgiving. It's that time of the season. So anyway, today I'm going to be restoring a header that I received from Craig's Headers. Thank you, Craig, for the shirt. Big shout out to you, buddy. And also, guys, if you don't know about Craig's Headers, let me just kind of inform you about Craig and his business. I'm put the link in the description below, so go check out his Instagram account. That's where he does his business out of. He basically sources those awesome quality old school parts that they just don't make anymore. You know, I bought a Zeal coilover kit from him that came off of a competition EF8, and I'm putting it on my Project Hatch, and I'll show you those at a later video. They're already on the car, but they definitely need to be highlighted for those that might want to check them out and be interested in that kind of stuff. So his parts don't stop at headers though. You know, like I said, I've got the coilover set from him, and he just basically, I mean, wheels, different pieces that he just comes across that are of value. He puts them up available on his site. So real good guy to work with, very easy to deal with. Hit him up on his DMs, man. If you're looking for something that you can't find on his account, hit him up and let him know. So he always has his feelers out for just stuff that you might not even know you want or need, you know. So just go hit him up. He's an avid enthusiast as well. You know, he's contributing a lot to the culture, you know. So for that reason, he's got my support, and I'm a second-time customer of his. So big shout out to you, buddy. Yeah, guys, go hit him up. Again, the link in the description below. So go check him out. Do yourself a favor. You know, he's definitely somebody you want on your side. He's a big help in finding that good old school stuff. So let's get to work. Okay, what we're looking at, guys, is a SK Engineering header, and it's produced by Maxim, same company that's responsible for making the June headers and the Fields headers. They have the same JSMA badge, which all that is a stamp that I guess the government in Japan puts on exhaust systems that pass their emissions testing. To my knowledge, they put these on you know, the expensive headers, you know, the companies that do the R&D, you know, the R&D work, and they're not the knockoff brands, you know. So anyway, this is a super rare header. If not for looking at this thing on Craig's Headers, I would not have even really known about this brand. But I don't have a whole lot of information on it other than what Craig disclosed about it. But you know, I've tried to find others like this and have found nothing. So I really appreciate, you know, the hard to find components. You know, all these pieces they don't make anymore. So this one was in very good condition. The only flaw was this little dent right here on the bottom. Other than that, though, as you can see, there's not a whole lot of rust buildup. There's some oxidation, but we're going to clean all this up, and I'm going to do my best to restore it to its original shine. So, like I said, that's the only flaw there. There's some scuff marks underneath that I'll show you. You have this right here, and the other JASMA stamp up there, and you know, that's basically it. You know, so it's in very good condition. Shout out to Craig for packaging this header very well. So it definitely survived the shipping. So let's get to work. All right, guys. All I've done off camera was just poured a rust inhibitor on the header. I diluted it with some water because I don't want to etch it too much. So I'm just gonna use a red scuff pad here. This should be all I need. Now you can do it however you want, depending on the severity of your header. I mean, you can use a wire wheel. You can use wet sandpaper. You know, you can wet sand it. You know, depending on the severity of the rust. You know, that'll determine, you know, what grit you need. You know, you can, if it's heavy buildup, you know, you can start with a 350 grit, 400 grit, and sand it down to, you know, 2,000, even 3,000 grit sandpaper. So it all depends. But I'm just going to use a Scotch pad and see where we are when the dust settles. You know, so hopefully it shouldn't take much. So I'm just let that sit for a minute. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start wiping on it. All right, so this is after one night of soaking in in my rust inhibitor. I let it soak overnight. It's a little bit worse than I thought. I mean, it looks a lot better than when you last saw it. So before I put it in the put that solution on it. So what I'm gonna do is I also took a wire wheel to it momentarily, and that also helped out a lot. So massive improvement though. Still got a little bit of work to do. So what I'm doing now is I'm gonna sand it. I'm probably gonna use the 80 grit and then move to the 150. And then I also have I believe I have a 400 grit that I'm gonna move to after that. So that should do it. And then from there, I'm gonna polish it. So let's see how it turns out. So now I'm using the 400 grit sandpaper. I'm actually gonna wet sand it. So just take your piece of sandpaper, dip it in some water, and sand down the metal. Okay, so this is probably going to be the extent of my sanding. I actually took a wire wheel to it, as well as I did end up using the 50 grit. Then I went up to 80 grit, and then 150 on the sandpaper. So what you still see, of course, is there's still etching all along the tubes here. So pretty much, I mean, that's with the equipment that I have, this is the best that I could get it. Now, if you are fortunate enough to have access to like a media blaster, that would, of course, get rid of all that etching there. And again, I could probably use some harsher chemicals, but I don't want to risk possibly putting a pinhole in this header. Again, guys, this is a very rare header, so I don't want to do anything to really compromise the integrity of it, or just, I don't want to deface it. I don't have that much experience in restoring stainless steel, so I did what I know. Typically what people will do also is they'll apply a high temp paint to just kind of paint over all that blemish there, all that etching. It would look good and smooth that way, but like I said, I'm trying to just restore it to its original form, so I don't want to really paint over it. I might do that later. I don't know, guys. Like I said, I just want to put it on the car. A lot of this etching and the tarnish is going to happen eventually, because this car is going to be built for track use, so it's going to see more. It's going to see road time. It's going to see some probably some more scratches and bumps and nicks. So like I said, this is where I'm going to stop, and at this point I'm going to polish it. So you can use a polishing cone. I have that stuff, but what I'm going to do, just to experiment for now, is I'm going to use this stuff that I got from O'Reilly's. It's white diamond metal polish. It's safe for pretty much most common metallurgy, so I'm going to just do this. It's just a hand polish. So I'm gonna use this so you can see it in case you don't have a drill with a polisher. You want to see how this works. I bought it so I can test it out, so you don't have to, and we'll see how it turns out. Again, I've never used this stuff before, so this is gonna be a first for me. So let's see how it works. All right. It's not supposed to take too much. All right, so here she is after the white diamond polish application. I went over it about twice. So there's a pretty good shine on it. It's really nice. I like it. So, of course, there's still plenty of visible tarnish. So I probably could go over it again with some more sandpaper. But, I'm going to maybe just go ahead and put it on the car so I can hurry up and move to the next step. Get it running, see how quickly the rust and etching comes back. It's still a work in progress, guys, but that's where I'm gonna stop today. I'm happy with it. Like I said, it's a big step forward. Looks a lot better than what it did when I first received it. So again, not bad for this is a 19. This header was made it was made for a 98 to 01 Integra Type R, and I'm going to use it on my SIR engine. So again, it's a very old header. It's been in use for since then. So yeah, it's a good 20 years, 20 plus. So anyway, this is the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm still thinking about where I'm gonna go after this with this header, so I might get it blasted, because I really want it to look. I think I can get it looking a little bit better, but you know, I'm happy with it for now, you know, and I'm excited to see it on the car. So yeah, my mind goes back and forth. So anyway, I'll keep you updated, obviously, on this, and I'll see you on the next one. So thanks again for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.